Hey everybody, FoxPotter16 here. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded anything to my channel. It's been a very crazy time in my life, even more so recently. Um, I've gone through a lot of stuff in the last few years. Breakup, I started back at school, I have jobs that I'm working during the summer, things like that. But I just found out this morning that a friend of mine, he contracted COVID-19 about a week ago, and because of some underlying medical conditions, he succumbed to it this morning at 10:25 a.m. Arizona time. He will be missed. Life will never be the same without him. And it makes me realize how much shorter life is right now. And I really hope those who are subscribers and followers of my channel will show this to their friends and family, and that this message goes out all across at least America, if not the world. This virus really is no joke. So many people have died from it who didn't have to die from it. But because of the irresponsibility and the stupidity of all the people out there who may or may not know they have it, you guys are the ones spreading this disease. And I really, truly wish you would use your brains. It's why we have them. Use them. Stay away from everybody else if you can. Quarantine yourself for 2 weeks, at least. Unless you get worse, then go to the hospital, sure. I myself hope I don't contract this virus, because I have asthma, along with a host of other problems, but I'm not going to get into that. I have friends who can't honestly really leave their places of residence because they have other conditions like diabetes or heart conditions or a host of other problems. I have to be careful because I live with my mother. She's in her 70s. And I'd like her to live as long as possible because I know one day when she dies, I will be a wreck. And there will be no solace for me. I don't want to lose anybody else to this virus. So please, I am begging at least the American people from the bottom of my heart, please wear your masks. Stop acting like you're 5 when you're really in your 30s or 40s. Don't act and don't think you're invincible. This virus does not discriminate. It kills so many people every day. And it should not have taken the life of my friend. But it did. My heart goes out to his family and his closer friends. He and I weren't close, but I still considered him a friend. And I don't want to lose anybody else. Because they shouldn't have to contract this virus. They shouldn't have to die because you guys complain about wearing a piece of fabric over your mouth when you go out to a public place. But there are far more important things to be worried about, like taking care of your family and friends. I mean, honestly, if you were in my position, you would change your tune. If you were in so many other people's position who have actually had this virus and survived, you would change your tune. Please, for the love of all that is left to be good in this country, please put on some kind of face covering, whether it's a face mask or a face shield, something. Quarantine yourself if you think you have symptoms. If you're going to cough or sneeze, please cover your mouth when you do so. I know growing up, I was taught to do that, to cover my mouth when I cough or sneeze so I don't spread my germs. I keep my germs to myself. Why aren't you? I'm pleading with you. Don't let it get too bad. I mean, it's already pretty bad. But let's try to make it better. I don't want to lose any other close person in my life. It's bad enough I lost one. I don't want to lose any more. And as I said, there are far more important things to be upset about than having to cover your mouth to make sure somebody else doesn't get this deadly virus. We have protesting over racism. We've got police brutality, and they're finally taking responsibility. A major change is coming. And whether that turns out to be good or bad is yet to be seen. Only time will tell that. But for right now, in this moment, the worst thing going on in the world, especially here in America, is the coronavirus. I want this message to go out to as many people as possible. I want my heartfelt words to go out and to hopefully change the minds of people who are, for lack of a better term, being childish. You keep saying that wearing a mask or other face covering is it impedes your constitutional rights in this country. Think about it, though. If you're dead from this virus, you have no rights. So why don't you do what you can to stay alive so that you have rights? So the only rights you have if you're dead is if you go to heaven or hell, if you believe in that kind of thing. Your dead body gets buried in the ground. If you get this virus, you die alone in a hospital room. More than likely, you're unconscious because you have to be intubated. Because you can't breathe. All of you 30-somethings out there like me, you guys need to start using your brains. It's why we have them. We are not invincible. So many people who have said that, they end up getting this virus. We need to be smarter. We need to be better. We need to do better. The fact that life is, can be cut so short these days, it really makes me think about what I regret in life. And there are things I regret. And I don't want to die from this virus. I don't want to get this virus, but if I do, I don't want to die with regrets. If I somehow contract this virus, which God forbid I do, first thing I'm going to do is reach out to the one person outside my family that I've loved for the last decade and a half. And I would tell him that I've been trying to get back with him since the day I left him, since the day I broke up with him. I will always love him and nobody else. I probably will still do that. Try to find a way to reach out. Just in case. So please. Please. Let's stop the spread of coronavirus. So please. Quarantine yourself if you feel sick. Cover your mouth if you're going to go out to a public place like the food store or work. If you feel you're going to cough or sneeze, please cover your mouth even more. Keep your germs to yourself. Let's try to make sure that the death rate goes down, because it's continuing to go up and fluctuate. And so many people are losing their loved ones. I don't want to lose anybody else. If everybody who watches this could spread it across the world somehow, maybe this message will take hold and maybe people will actually listen. It's the 21st century. I know we rely on technology for a lot of things, but it should not replace using our brains and using common sense. I just hope that someday people listen. Whether they contract the virus and survive, or they know somebody who got it and didn't survive. Please change your tune before the entire world gets wiped out by this one virus. Because enough people are dying from it. And it needs to stop. So take the precautions that you can. So that we don't wipe out our own race. Our own species. Just because you didn't want to be bothered putting something over your mouth. Use your brains and your common sense. Let's get back to defeating this thing as best we can. Too many people have lost their lives because of ignorance and stupidity. I want to get back to normal, or whatever normal will be after this. Let's get through to the other side a little faster. Please, do what you can to slow, if not stop, the spread. Because I don't want to die.